Greetings, everybody. This is Kali, the Master Headhunter, the Dark One Priestess, and the Holistic Practitioner. Now, I'm coming at you guys a little different today. I have a different type of video. I've never put this type of video up before. Working on my editing skills, and I'm also venting things that are there so I can empty my cup. Let me know what you think about this video. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I'd like to know how you feel. If there's other videos that you would like me to touch on when it comes to these type of things or anything else, let me know. I'm getting used to doing videos with voiceovers and doing more explaining about things. But I have more videos to come like this, so let me know what you think about this video. This video is like 19 minutes and some seconds long, so this is not for the people who have short attention spans. But if you have enough attention span to sit through it, I appreciate you. Let me know what you think. So yeah, I'm going to leave you guys with that. I'll let you watch the video. Much love, and later, and I'll see you on my next. Greetings, this is Kali, the Master Headhunter, the Dark One Priestess, and the Holistic Practitioner. Just coming at you with a different angle this time. Wanted to talk about some things that's been on my mind for quite a while. Just haven't got a chance to get them out. As you can see here, video pretty much speaks for itself. This is a clip from Dreamcatcher, Stephen King. And they always make the most hideous looking beings. Now, I don't know where this being came from, but hey. This is what they do, right? They always use fear tactics to make us scared of what is outside of ourselves. And they always use the most hideous pictures. This is from Fire in the Sky, the movie. Of course, you can tell it's fake, but nonetheless, it's hideous looking, right? Now, let's take a look at E.T. Of course, that's Steven Spielberg by his side. Where Steven Spielberg had the nerve to say E.T. reminds me of myself. Now, I'm still trying to figure out here at 38 years old how in the hell a brown little creature with big eyes like that can remind him of himself. But hey, I'm not in the mind of Stephen King, so I'm going to leave that alone. But this is a picture what E.T. was going to look like on the other side. Of course, you see Steven Spielberg. And then you see how E.T. ended up looking in the movie. Because, of course, I'm assuming they realized that was too scary to show to children. What the hell? E.T. was scary looking enough without the before, right? So here I got a clip coming to show you what E.T. and here it is. Somebody back there is working on it. I don't know who it is. But that's hideous. Now, do you really think a child would really want to deal with something that looked like that? Really? The E.T. that they brought to the screen was bad enough looking. It took me years to get over it because it just didn't look right to me. But nonetheless, I can relate with the story. Because of melanated people, we are foreign to Caucasians. Now, here's a side-by-side. Of course, you see some of the similarities, like the lip. The nose, they made it a little bit, bigger. But yeah, they did a lot of changes to it. It looks a little bit better, but nonetheless, it's still intimidating looking. But that was just downright hideous before. Now, this is what they came up with after they changed it somewhat. Still too mean looking for a child to approach. You dig what I'm saying? It's bad enough an adult probably wouldn't even want to put their hands on that, let alone a child. You dig what I'm saying? And I got these pictures off of Google, of course. But this was E.T. before they doctored him up a little bit. Still, to me, nonetheless, intimidating looking and hideous. Not nothing I would want my child looking at. They try to make him look all innocent, phoning home. It's all good. You know what I mean? But nonetheless, they always and look at that. Do you actually think Elliot would have went? Hell no. I don't know. That's just not inviting looking. Now let's take Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which Steven Spielberg had a part to do in this as well. We're going to take a look at a couple of the creatures from there. Now check this out. Ain't that weird looking? It kind of like Mr. Bump in the Night, you know? Look at that face. That is not a face that you really want to communicate with. I mean, check that out. Like, that's freaky looking. I mean, it looks sinister. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of it smiling, but it's not very convincing to me. It took me years to get over the way that looked. Once I conquered my fear, of course. You know, but nonetheless, that's not an inviting looking face. That's not a face you want to just talk to. Yeah, it looks a little bit more innocent, for lack of better terms. I'm going to use that. But nonetheless, still hideous looking. Now, that looks very sinister. Looks like a little white child, little Caucasian kid, you know. Nonetheless, that ain't looking right. I still wouldn't want to wake up and look at that shit. Now, check out Mr. Tall. You know, and I'm assuming he's the leader of them because he came out first with his long arms, long legs, and slimy looking self. Now, I'm going to show you a clip after this. I got off Google, of course. Kind of reminds me of Mr. Tall, which is this right here. It's a parasitic looking thing. I don't think these are in the cosmos. No, I think they come from somewhere else. Not up in the cosmos. But somewhere else, nonetheless. But that face is not a face you want to deal with. I mean, even look at that. That is... How can you trust... This came from X-Files, nonetheless. How can you trust those? How can you? You know? You can't trust anything that looks like this. It doesn't look trustworthy. Come on. These little creatures are supposed to be, I guess, like E.T. looking. Don't get me to lie. I'm just assuming, you know. This came from the book Communion by Whitley Strieber. Not a very trustworthy looking face. You dig what I'm saying? This is off the movie Signs. Looks like a corpse. And then they even tried to put this BS in there with our comedic art. That we know that didn't go there. We all know that didn't go there. Come on, now you cannot expect me to believe that fit there. You guys put that there. This might be a concoction that they're coming up with. You see how they messed up our art and put their own mishap, mayhemic mess in there? Yeah, exactly. I doubt if we was dealing with those things. I seriously doubt that. Again, another clip. I believe this is... I don't remember what movie it's from. I really don't remember what this one is from, but it's hideous. It's like a damn pedophile. I mean, it looks like a bug. There's Mr. Gray from Dreamcatcher, of course, looking disgusting and sinister. I mean, how can you trust something that looks like a bug? Really? Now, of course, they made this one with tentacles, which were not stupid, just like they made Predator. We know who they're referring to when we see long tentacles. They're referring to dreads. We're not foolish. You know, at least most of us aren't. You know. But this is how you look at people when you say, well, the government wouldn't do this to us. You know, they wouldn't do stuff, you know, go as far as putting fear tactics up there. They wouldn't go this far as, you know, messing with us with these different abomination creations that they've created. No, they wouldn't do that, you know. Yeah, whatever. You got to be a fool to think that these Germans ain't up to no good. Now, hey, that's more like it. That's what I'm talking about. Now, if I saw him in the middle of the night, I'd hurry up and go with him. I ain't gonna even lie. I sure would. That brother look like he ain't got nothing but authority going on. Now, that's who I'd rather see when I wake up in the middle of the night. That's right. He ain't playing. Look at that look on his face. Yes, even though I know this is from a movie, nonetheless, I like the look. I'd rather wake up and see him in the middle of the night telling me to come. I sure would. I would come willingly in the middle of the night with this one. Yes, I would. But that's more like it. That looks more like what's coming out the cosmos. Now, this is what I believe that they're afraid of. You know, not trying to be vulgar or anything, you know, but hey, we know this as of today. They're afraid of that. Now, this is more what I would think would be coming from the cosmos is ourselves. You know, this was a NASA picture. They pulled this, found her in a spaceship, still looking good, if this is not a hoax. But this face, no, I don't trust this face. Not even out of my sight do I trust this face. Nor do I trust this one, which they call reptilians. I wouldn't trust that face nowhere. Not even out of my sight. You couldn't even use the slogan as far as I can see him, because I wouldn't trust that face in my face or outside of my face. You know, doesn't look trustworthy to me. But that's what they want us to think is our family. Which I beg to differ. That ain't my goddamn family. Don't look nothing like me. Just like that Jesus they try to put up here. That don't look nothing like me. That's all I got to say on that one. Yes, I've come forward knowledge. You know, I have my theories of what I think these beings are, but I'm going to save that to another video. You know, but nonetheless, there are questions here, because this one in particular is an old statue. You know, so there are questions, you know, but nonetheless, I have my theories, and like I said, I will leave that to another video. Now, these are all the creatures that Steven Spielberg has concocted over the years. You know, they're all hideous looking. Try to make some of them look, and a few of them look innocent. But nonetheless, they're all something that you would not want to see when you wake up to use the bathroom, or wake up, you don't want to see them looking over you in the middle of the night. So I rest my case. Now we're going to get to our ancient art, which I think is beautiful. And it tells us a story of who we are, where we come from, and the divine principles that we should be living by. There's not very much to say, except this is who we need to remember ourselves as, and not fake creatures that they try to say, because they have no whereabouts, but they just continuously to keep finding Kemetic, Moorish, indigenous black art, African art. They always find artifacts that look African, indigenous. They never find anything like the Reptilians' lair or the Greys' spaceship, you know, and they always concoct stories, but this is what I believe we need to be remembering, is our glorious past, so that we can move to our perfect future. You know, we have a future that is just as beautiful as our past is. We just have to remember who we are and get to it. We have to remember that we didn't follow gods. We just followed principles, universal principles that was placed inside of us, each and every one of us, indigenous melanated beings. We know things before they happen. We know right from wrong. We know what you would call God. You know what I mean? We knew what justice is. You know, we knew what peace and harmony looked like. We knew what balance looks like. Okay? And I have my theories about this picture as well, but I'll leave it for another time. But they have taken everything about us and put it in mythology and fictitiousness, so that we will not remember who we are. Again, you see the simulation, the similarities. Again, they take everything about us and turn it into mythology. They have us believe in stuff that don't even make sense, when we know who we are. The sun is female. The sun is male and the moon is female. Again, we didn't follow God's. These are divine principles that already live inside of you. You come here to this planet with these principles on the blueprint of your soul every time you come here. You don't have to believe me. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to do the research for yourself. We were in harmony once upon a time. We lived in harmony. We didn't mess with this debauchery and this foolishness and the illusions that's going on today. We knew who we were and we stood by it. We knew why we were here. We knew what our missions were in life. We had rites of passage for males and females. We had armies. We had cities. We had governments. We had what you would call leaders. We had our spiritual traditions. But we have forgotten all of what we are and who we are. And we have accepted an illusion as the truth. It is time for us to wake up and regain what belongs to us. Our ancestors paved the way for us to not totally forget who we are, and this is the time that we are waking up to remember. Do we choose to remember or we choose not to remember? I guess that's on each and every one of us as an individual. Anheuser-Busch brought this out. This is Hannibal. Not the Hannibal or the Anthony Hopkins that be on the movies. That's some bullshit. This is the real Hannibal right here. This is the image of him, brother. We was all over the world. We was in Asia. You don't know no Asian folks with no big lips and noses like that nowadays. Very few, until you get over there and see the real people that they have pushed over to the side, just like the Reptilians in India. These are our brothers right here that was here in the Americas that started the civilizations over here. But we have forgotten because we've been so brainwashed with the Clorox of their illusions. The great illusionists they try to be. We were all over the place, and we still are. You know, but now we're learning. We have the ability to rise above the illusions that's been placed before us. And we need to get back to our gloriousness. Not just our glorious past. No, the past is gone. We're in the future. We're in the now. So we must live in the now. Not in the future. Not in the past. Excuse me. We can't go back. We must reside in the now. We must. Because if we don't, that's what damages us, because we keep living in the past. We have to remember the past in order to know where we're going in the future. But everything belongs to us. Everything belongs to us. We are the original landlords. We are the original natives. We are the original indigenous ones that was here all over this planet. We must step back in line. We must remember who we are. I hope you have enjoyed my presentation. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think of it down below. If you have anything to add, if there's any videos you would like to see me do, I'd appreciate it if you leave them down below. I will touch on them. I thank you. I appreciate you. Much love. And I will see you in my next. Later.